this story and find it helpful in your relaxation, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more soothing content. Before we delve into the tale of Rakia and the sleeping dragon of Porthaven, we will begin with a short guided breathing exercise to help you settle into a state of calm. If you prefer to go straight into the story, feel free to skip ahead. You'll find the timestamps for each chapter in the description below. Let's begin by finding a comfortable position, allowing your body to relax against the surface beneath you, feeling fully supported and at ease. Perhaps adjusting your pillow or blanket to create the perfect cozy space, making sure all areas of tension are released. Now, close your eyes gently and turn your attention inward. We'll take a few moments to center our breath, allowing it to flow effortlessly and naturally. Inhale slowly through your nose, noticing the cool air as it enters your body. Then, exhale gently through your mouth like a soft sigh, releasing any tension or worries from your day. Feel the gentle rhythm of your breath, the ebb and flow like the tide of a peaceful ocean. Imagine each inhale bringing in a sense of calm, and each exhale washing away any stress. If your mind begins to wander, simply acknowledge the thoughts without judgment, letting them drift by like clouds in a clear sky. Gently bring your focus back to your breath or to the sound of my voice, allowing yourself to settle deeper into this state of peaceful awareness. Now, as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, I invite you to imagine the soft glow of the lanterns in the Grand Bazaar, the gentle murmur of the city quieting down for the night, the vast and benevolent form of Somnus, the dragon whose dreams permeate the city with tranquility. Let's allow the words of this story to gently carry you away, the calm and steady rhythm of the narrative allowing you to drift deeper into a peaceful sleep. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The whispers beneath the cobbles. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of soft lavender and rose, as Rakia made her way through the evening bustle of Porthaven. The city, usually a symphony of clanging carts and bartering voices, began to settle into a gentler rhythm. Lanterns flickered to life along the cobblestone streets, casting a warm, inviting glow. Rakia, known for her soothing voice and comforting stories, carried a satchel filled with scrolls of her latest tales, her pace unhurried, her thoughts light as a feather. The air, still warm from the day, carried the sweet scents of spices and freshly baked bread from the Grand Bazaar, which was already beginning to quiet down as vendors packed away their wares. Tonight, Rakia felt an unusual pull, a sense of something more than just the ordinary quiet of the evening. It was as if the very stones beneath her feet were humming a gentle, almost imperceptible melody. She paused, placing a hand on the cool cobblestones, and closed her eyes. The sounds of the city seemed to fade, replaced by a soft, rhythmic pulsing, like a heartbeat deep beneath the surface. It was a feeling more than anything, a comforting sense of deep tranquility, an invitation to something more, something hidden and peaceful. Rakia had always been sensitive to the subtle currents of the city, to the unspoken feelings and moods that ebbed and flowed through the bustling streets. Her stories, she found, emotions into tales that had the power to calm and soothe. Tonight, the feeling was stronger than she had experienced before, a deep resonance in the cobblestone, the city beneath her feet, and a pulling towards the heart of the city. As she walked towards the Grand Bazaar, the feeling grew stronger, almost as if the cobblestones were guiding her way. The usual cacophony of the day had subsided, and the sounds were softer, gentler now. She heard the faint strum of a lute and the soft murmuring of a merchant closing up his stall, the sounds blending together like a lullaby. She made her way to her usual evening spot near the old fountain and began unfurling her scroll. As she started to tell her tale, a story of a gentle stream flowing through a starlit forest, her voice was soft, rhythmic, the words flowing smoothly like water over smooth stones. She felt her heart beat in time with the city, a gentle pulse that calmed and soothed as she spoke, bringing a sense of deep ease. As she described the stars twinkling like diamonds, she could almost see their gentle light reflecting on the old stones of the bazaar, and she saw the gentle light of the stars filling the cobblestone beneath her with a soft light. Her vision shifted as she looked at the marketplace. She could feel the movement of the energy beneath the city. With each word, a vision began to emerge of a large cavernous space beneath the bazaar. There was something glowing with a soft, warm light, and she could hear a gentle, rhythmic sound, a deep breathing that filled her with peace. It was then she realized the source of the tranquility she felt tonight wasn't the city itself, but something beneath it. Her own storytelling was creating a bridge to this place, and as she continued her story, the vision grew stronger. She continued her story, a tale of a kind-hearted sprite who helped lost travellers find their way home. Her words weaved together feelings of safety, warmth, and peace, and she let her voice guide her into the deep, calming undercurrent within. As she continued, the visions became more clear. She could see the scale of this creature, a shimmering warmth, like embers shifting softly. It was a magnificent dragon of great power, but the energy it emanated was one of complete peace. Rakia felt an innate understanding, a deep sense that this was a protector, something that watched over the city while everyone slumbered. She knew that her purpose was to help this sleeping giant, to ensure that the calm it brought remained, and she ended her story, leaving behind a feeling of warmth and gentle sleep in the air. A soft quietude settled around her, leaving her with a deep sense of peace. The first step of her adventure had started, and tonight she slept soundly with a warm feeling of serenity and purpose. Chapter 2. The Chamber of Murmuring Dreams. The next evening, as twilight once again painted the Porthaven sky in soft hues, Rakia found herself drawn back to the Grand Bazaar, her heart lighter than the day before. The memory of the dragon beneath the city was like a gentle hum within her, a comforting reminder of the peaceful presence that lay beneath. She walked with a steady, unhurried pace, her senses keenly aware of the subtle shifts in the city's energy, the soft sounds of the evening settling over the market square, the gentle murmur of voices and the clinking of wares as vendors put away their goods. Rakia knew she had to find a way to reach the chamber she had glimpsed during her storytelling the night before. any map, nor spoken of in any city guide. Instead, it was a place that seemed to resonate deep within her soul. As she reached the old fountain where she had sat the previous night, she could still feel the faint pulse beneath the cobblestones. Now more persistent than before, she closed her eyes, focusing on the gentle rhythm and letting it guide her, a soft and comforting heartbeat. She followed the feeling, her steps light, moving through the darkening maze of the market stalls, and eventually she came to a place behind the baker's shop, a spot hidden from the main pathways. The wall here felt different. The stone was warmer, almost humming, and she felt the presence of another space behind it. She placed her hand on the rough stone, and with a soft, almost imperceptible click, the wall swung inward, revealing a narrow, winding staircase leading down into the depths of the earth. The air grew warmer as Rakia descended the steps, and the scents shifted to a mixture of earthy aromas, something like warm soil and sweet spices. The only light was a soft, gentle glow that seemed to emanate from the walls and from deeper within the passage. Each step was slow, deliberate, her mind open to whatever lay before her. With every step, she could feel the rhythm growing stronger, almost like a gentle invitation, leading her ever deeper towards the source of her vision. The staircase ended in a wide, cavernous chamber. The walls were lined with shimmering crystals of all sizes and colours, each pulsing with a soft, gentle light, creating a kaleidoscope of soft colours that danced on the walls. In the centre of the chamber lay the dragon, Somnus, its vast form filling most of the space. The dragon's scales glowed with a soft, internal light, a warm, ember-like shimmer that pulsed gently with each breath. Rakia's breath caught, not with fear, but with a deep sense of awe and tranquility. The rhythmic rise and fall of Somnus's breathing was like the gentle ebb and flow of the ocean, a soothing sound that filled the chamber and resonated within her own heart. It was exactly as she had seen in her visions. The entire chamber felt warm and inviting, safe and quiet, and she knew that the stories she had been weaving were meant to be told here, in this place of deep peace. She approached Somnus slowly, reverently, her bare feet padding silently on the smooth floor. As she got closer, she felt a gentle hum, a resonating pulse of energy that wrapped around her, a feeling of deep calm and belonging. She sat quietly near the great dragon's head, her back against a large crystal that seemed to pulse in time with the dragon's breath, and she began to softly hum a simple melody, a tune that had always calmed her own heart. As the melody filled the chamber, she felt a deep connection with Somnus. Images began to flow through her mind, peaceful visions of the city and the people within it, and she knew that this was Somnus's dreamscape, the very essence of the dragon's gentle power. Rakia understood then the great responsibility she had discovered, and she understood that she was the bridge between the dream and the waking world, that her stories held the key to the tranquility of her city. The evening light seeped down slowly, leaving the city in the warm glow of the moon. The chamber was alight with the gentle hum of Somnus, and Rakia settled into a quiet meditation, her heart full of calm and purpose. Chapter 3. The Tapestry of Slumber. Rakia returned to the chamber of murmuring dreams the following evening, her satchel filled with fresh scrolls, her heart brimming with anticipation and purpose. The city above was beginning to dim, the sounds fading into a soft lull as she made her way down the hidden staircase. The warmth and soft light of the chamber welcomed her as she stepped inside. The rhythmic breathing of Somnus, a familiar, comforting presence. The crystals lining the walls shimmered with a gentle, inviting glow, casting the space in a kaleidoscope of soft, shifting hues. She moved towards Somnus with a calm, sure pace, her footsteps light on the smooth stone floor. She settled near the great dragon's head, her back against a familiar crystal, feeling the gentle pulse of energy that seemed to emanate from both the dragon and the stone. Closing her eyes, she took a slow, deep breath, allowing the peace of the chamber to wash over her. When she opened them again, she could feel the connection to Somnus, the gentle tendrils of its dreamscape reaching out to meet her. She unrolled a fresh scroll, a story she had crafted with the intention of weaving peace into Somnus's slumber. Tonight, her tale was of a gentle breeze whispering through a meadow of silver flowers, their petals shimmering like moonlight. The soft sound of the wind carried the scent of lavender and chamomile, weaving together a feeling of peace and tranquility. As she spoke, her voice was a soft melody, the words flowing smoothly, each one imbued with a sense of calm and serenity. The images of the story danced within the dreamscape, the meadow unfolding before her in gentle, pastel colours. She felt herself drifting, her consciousness merging with the dragon's dream, the boundaries of her own being dissolving into a vast, calming landscape. The silver flowers shimmered around her, the breeze a soft, cool touch on her skin. The dream was vast, yet gentle, a place of peace and quiet contemplation. She could see the city within the dreamscape, nestled amongst the hills and valleys, the people sleeping peacefully under the gentle glow of the moon. She continued her story, weaving in more details, a small stream babbling through the meadow, its water clear and cool, reflecting the starlit sky above. The sound of the water was rhythmic and soothing, each ripple a gentle reminder of the ebb and flow of life. She described a small, peaceful cottage nestled at the edge of the meadow, its windows glowing with a warm, inviting light, a symbol of safety and comfort. With each detail, her purpose became clearer, to cultivate the feeling of tranquility and calm within the dragon's dream. As she described the interior of the cottage, a soft bed of downy feathers and a warm fireplace glowing with embers, she felt the dreamscape deepening, the images becoming more vivid, more real. She could feel the softness of the bed, the warmth of the fire, the gentle presence of peace that filled the cottage. She knew that these images, these feelings, were seeping into the collective unconscious of the city, offering a sense of deep relaxation and safety to all who slumbered. She watched as the dream took her story and moulded it into the most comforting vision. Rakia understood that her storytelling was a powerful tool, a way to shape not only the dragon's dreams, but also the collective consciousness of Porthaven. She felt a deep sense of responsibility, a calling to use her gift to bring more peace and tranquility to the city. each story a brushstroke upon the tapestry of slumber. As her story reached its end, a gentle feeling of completion washed over her, leaving behind a sense of deep calm and a quiet confidence in the power of her purpose. She settled into a meditative state, feeling a deep connection to Somnus and the dream, her heart overflowing with tranquility. She allowed herself to drift within the dream, the peaceful images swirling around her, each gentle image adding to her sense of relaxation, her breath slow and even, her mind quiet. The sounds of the city faded, leaving only the soft breathing of Somnus and the gentle hum of the crystals, and she slipped into a peaceful sleep, surrounded by the soothing presence of the dream. Chapter 4. The Echoes of the City's Heart. Rakia awoke the next morning with a sense of quiet purpose, the memory of the dreamscape still vivid in her mind. She felt more deeply connected to the city, aware of its subtle rhythms and shifts in energy. As she walked through the bustling streets, she noticed the small moments of discord, a child's cry, a merchant's frustration, the echoes of everyday life that, while normal, could disrupt the tranquility that Somnus provided. It was as if she could sense the ripples these moments created in the subtle dream current. She spent the day observing, her senses finely tuned to the emotional undercurrents of the city. She saw an argument brewing between two vendors over a misplaced cart, and she stepped in, her voice soft and calming, gently guiding them to find a peaceful resolution. She soothed a crying child with a simple story of a playful cloud, and listened to the anxieties of a concerned mother, offering a reassuring word and a smile. She made sure to find each instance of disharmony and do her best to soothe it, feeling that these small actions would help protect the peace of the city as a whole. Each interaction was a reminder that the tranquility of Porthaven was a fragile thing, something that needed to be nurtured and protected. She realized that her storytelling in the chamber wasn't the only way she could help. She could also play a role in the waking world. The feeling was as warm as the sun on a clear day, a gentle sense of purpose as she moved throughout the market, creating peace. She felt as if the city was singing in harmony with her heart. As twilight approached, Rakia made her way to the Grand Bazaar, the familiar path now a source of comfort. The usual sounds of the day were settling, replaced by the softer tones of evening. She felt a sense of warmth, a gentle connection to the place, knowing that beneath the busy surface, Somnus was waiting. She took a moment near the fountain, taking a few deep breaths, releasing the energy of the day and making room for the peace of the night. She descended the stairs into the chamber of murmuring dreams, the warm glow of the crystals welcoming her as she entered. Somnus's breathing was a steady, comforting rhythm, the heart of this peaceful space. She walked to her usual spot, her movements slow and deliberate, allowing herself to settle into the tranquility of the chamber. As she sat, she could feel the subtle shift in the dreamscape, a slight tremor that reflected the small disturbances she had witnessed in the city during the day. Tonight, her story was a simple tale of a group of fireflies, their gentle lights twinkling in a peaceful forest. She described the soft glow of their lights, the gentle patterns they created as they danced through the night, the rhythmic pulse of their lights a soft beat against the darkness. She wove in details that mirrored the moments of discord she had observed, transforming them into scenes of peaceful resolution. A merchant frustrated with his stall found comfort in the soft light of a firefly, its small pulse reminding him to take a breath and relax. As she told the story, she could feel the tension within the dreamscape dissolving, replaced by a gentle sense of calm. The fireflies became a symbol of peace, each light a small beacon of hope, illuminating the path towards tranquility. She pictured the city within the dream, the small pockets of unease replaced by a gentle flow of calm, her words resonating with an even stronger intention than before. She saw that her actions during the day were working to help promote more calm for Somnus. It was a partnership that helped the whole city. She began to understand the intricate connection between the waking world and the dream world, how each action, each thought, each feeling could ripple through both, creating a harmonious balance or a chaotic discord. She was the conductor of this symphony, her stories a way to shape both the waking and the dream, to cultivate peace both above and below. Her voice lowered as she finished the story, a gentle whisper that faded into the soft hum of the chamber, and she settled into a quiet, meditative state, her heart filled with a deep sense of purpose. Chapter 5. The Serenade of Serenity. The final evening arrived with a gentle calm, a peaceful quiet that seemed to settle over Porthaven as Rakia made her way towards the Grand Bazaar. The day had been filled with moments of quiet connection, her actions now naturally focused on promoting peace and understanding. She had found that her interactions had also created more peaceful moments in her own life, and she moved with a sense of serene confidence. The knowledge that she played a role in the city's well-being filled her with a deep sense of joy, her steps light and steady. Tonight, she carried no scrolls. Instead, she felt a deep understanding of what she needed to do, the stories she needed to tell resonating within her heart. As she approached the bazaar, she realized that the city itself was a part of her story, and she wanted to share that with the people who lived there. She decided to shift her focus, not just in the chamber, but into the heart of the city itself, making the bazaar the stage for the peace she felt within. The marketplace was mostly empty, the vendors having packed up their wares for the night. The soft glow of lanterns cast long shadows, the familiar sound of the city now a gentle lullaby. She stood in the centre of the square, took a deep breath and began to speak, her voice clear and soothing. It was as if the energy of the city itself was supporting her, the stories flowing out of her like the gentle current of a river. She spoke of the city as a living entity, connected to the dragon's dreams and to the people who inhabited its streets. She described the warmth of the sun on the cobblestones, the gentle rustle of the fabric in the market stalls, the soothing sounds of the fountains, all pieces of a harmonious whole. Her voice was rhythmic and calm, each word chosen with care to promote a feeling of peace and belonging. She spoke of the interconnectedness of all things, the shared dreams and experiences that bound the citizens together. As she spoke, she felt the soft light of the crystals in the chamber beneath the square begin to emanate through the cobblestones, a gentle glow that illuminated the bazaar with a warm, inviting light. citizens of Porthaven began to emerge from their homes, drawn by the soothing melody of her voice and the soft glow of the square. They settled around her, listening with rapt attention, their faces relaxed, their hearts open. The city had become a gentle concert hall with Rakia as its conductor. She spoke of the importance of embracing the gentle rhythm of life, of finding peace within themselves and in their interactions with others. She reminded them of the dragon sleeping beneath their feet, a protector and a source of tranquility, and encouraged them to seek out the calm within their own hearts. She spoke of the quiet moments, the beauty of the stars, the gentle sounds of the night, the magic that lay in the simple things, offering a tapestry of peace. As she finished her story, a profound sense of calm settled over the bazaar, a shared feeling of peace and understanding. The citizens began to hum softly, a gentle melody that echoed her stories, creating a serenade of serenity that filled the square. Rakia knew her purpose was now clear, a guardian of peace for the city. Her stories a constant source of comfort and tranquility. Her voice shifted from speaking to the hum of the city, creating a beautiful blend of serenity. She smiled gently, her heart full of peace and gratitude, and allowed herself to be carried by the melody, merging with the dream, with the city, and with the sleeping dragon below. The soft glow of the bazaar, the gentle hum of the city, and the deep peace of the dragon all combined into a beautiful sense of calm, a soft lull that could allow anyone to drift into a peaceful sleep. The serenade of serenity continued into the night, ensuring that the tranquility of Porthaven would endure.